So here in Moodle, we're going to have a look at how we can meta-link two courses. Now, this will help you if you have two different sections of the same course with enrolled students and you want to only manage one section or one Moodle shell on Moodle. So basically we have these two cohorts for this video editing class here, and we're going to take the students from this section 2 and meta-link them into section 1, which means that the students and their grades and everything will be able to be managed in this one Moodle shell rather than having to try and keep two Moodle shells up to date. So any course communications, assignments, etc. will be easier to manage. So the first thing we're going to do is go into this Moodle shell, and you can see there's no content in here, we haven't updated it, and essentially what we're going to do here is come up to the editing options up at the top right, come to edit settings, and we're going to hide this course. So basically this is going to hide this from students so they don't get any confusion between the two courses that they would otherwise see on Moodle. So we'll hide this and hit save and display, and then we're going to come back to Moodle and to our dashboard, and then we're going to come into section 1 course and make our meta link. So we'll click here, and where we make the meta link is in the participants option on the left. So if we click in participants and then come up to the top right here where we see the gear icon, we're looking for the enrollment methods. So this is where we can find our meta link option. And in here we're going to choose course meta link. And then in here you're going to see a list of all the courses where you're able to meta link to. So it'll be a list of all the courses where you're enrolled as an instructor or teacher within that course. And we'll select this section 2 of the Video Editing Essentials course. And what we're going to do here as well, which is going to make things a little easier to manage in terms of having both those courses within the same shell, is we're going to create a new group from this second section. And that will enable you to manage your grades between those two sections, which will be useful if you're inputting them into another system like Banner to actually share those grades with the students. So we'll create a new group, we'll add this method, and what we'll see now when we go back to the participants is a list of those students, and we'll also see groups for the students that are from that second section of the course. Now if we want to add the rest of our students to another group, if we come into participants again, we'll come back to groups. So to quickly create a group from the original members of this course, we'll use the auto create groups function here, and we're going to grab the original name of our course for the group name. We're going to base this on the number of groups. We're just creating one new group here. We're not going to have group messaging turned on. All the members are going to be students, and then we're not going to use any groupings. We're allocating members that are not already in groups, so it's going to ignore that meta-linked group of students. And then under grouping, we're going to change this to no grouping, and we'll preview this. And you can see these 19 students were the original 19 students that were in this particular section in Moodle. So we'll submit this, and you can see we've got 19 students in this group and 11 students in this group. And if we come back to our participants, you can see each of those students is just within one group, so there's no doubling up of students, and then we have one instructor that is not in a group. And now we can use these groups to help to manage how we view and mark our assignments. Now as we're creating assignments within this new course, so we'll just turn our editing on here and come to week 1. We're going to create a quick assignment. We'll call this week 1 submission. And if we scroll down, you can see we can use those groups by changing the common module settings. So basically we can change the group mode to visible groups, and we can save and display that. And now we will be able to view only the assignments submitted by either all participants or one of those individual groups. So if we go to view all submissions, then you can see here we have students listed from this section 1 group. So if we go to all participants, we'll get all of our students listed. But if we go to our section 2, then it's going to limit that selection to just those students. So it's going to make it easier as you grade to grade a smaller number of students or to assign that grading to different members of the team. So if we come back to the course and participants and need to delete the meta link, then we can also do that by coming into enrollment methods and coming to the trash can across on the right, and that will allow us to delete the meta link, and it will delete those 11 students from the course and remove that link. Now, one other thing you might want to do within the course is set up the name of your course so it includes that 002 within the section name as well. So you might just add a /002 to the course name, and we can do that by coming to Edit Settings and adding in, say, a hyphen and 002 so that we know it's sections 1 and sections 2 within that class. And depending on your privileges, you may need to ask your LMS administrator to do that. So if you have any questions, then please do get in touch.